Funny thing, Halloween in Arkham. It seems redundant here. Within these walls, the monsters are on display year-round. Of course, there was that one year Joker led a breakout on All Hallows Eve. What a wonderful night. Costumed revelers innocently partying alongside killers and fiends. Of course, the real screams came when it was time to unmask. Trick or treat. 30 days hath September, April, June, and November. You know, I always feel a little lonesome in November. I think that's because even the worst of us enjoy a good old-fashioned family Thanksgiving. I know I did a few years back when I dropped in unannounced on Turkey Day. All those surprised faces around the table. Mom and Dad could hardly believe it. Mind you, I don't know whose mom and dad they were. I was on the run and needed a place to lay low. That family, whoever they were, could certainly cook. Stuffing and gravy and pumpkin pie to die for. Unfortunately, they did. Like I said, always feel lonesome in November. Ebenezer Scrooge was a saint compared to old Judge Harkness. Remember him, Batman? Gotham's hanging judge, they called him. Even though the state had ruled me insane, Harkness swore he'd send me to the gallows. So you see, it was all a simple act of self-preservation. I could hardly be held responsible for strangling that street corner Santa Claus for his suit. I needed the disguise to sneak into the judge's Christmas Eve party. Harkness thought it was all in fun, until Saint Nick caught him around the neck with a string of Christmas lights. The cops found him later, hanging from the elaborate light display of his own roof. Judgy almost looked like a cartoon himself, alongside the comical reindeer, elves, and snowmen. I call that murder my Christmas special. New Year's Day. Should old acquaintance be forgot and all that. I made sure she wouldn't forget me that day, didn't I, Batman? It was the first New Year's party I'd been invited to in a long time. But then I wasn't really invited, was I? The restraining order saw to that. Still, she and I had been close, or so I believed. And a new year means a new start. I admit, stepping into a crowded ballroom with a flamethrower was a bit dramatic. But what better way to melt the ice at a party? Perhaps she should have taken that cup of kindness from me when I first offered. Valentine's Day. Hearts and flowers. The perfect occasion to smother my new love with tokens of affection. I chose a dozen red roses, an assortment of truffles, and a darling little lacy thing. Excuse me, I didn't mean to be so intimate. You might say I'd overdone it. And in truth, at that point, my love and I had not actually met. Ever the romantic, I followed her to her apartment. Loudly proclaiming my love, I drowned out her screams of protest. Sadly, it was not to be, so instead of smothering her with gifts, I simply smothered her. March 17th, the day set aside for St. Patrick, the holy man who drove the snakes from Ireland. Interesting thing about snake venom, Batman. Some are green, just like the dye used to make green beer. That made it all the easier when I hosted that St. Patty's Day party for my old gang. As you remember, one of my henchmen tried to tip you off. I wasn't sure which one had done it, so I decided to punish them all. 1 dose of green mamba venom into the beer keg, and they were soon rotting under the shamrocks. So I guess that makes you responsible for their deaths, too. I'll drink to that. Well, 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 Batman. You listened well. You appear to understand the importance of dates, don't you? Let me tell you about this day of fools. I remember clearly that I watched her for days, waiting for the perfect moment. It was cold that March. It felt like spring would never come. They drank coffee, and she confessed her life lacked surprises. For 6 more days, I watched. April 1st, 5:22 a.m. I finished cutting through the brake lines of her car. From the camera I placed on her dash, I saw her panic. My only regret? She couldn't hear me yell, "Surprise." M was for the murderous look she gave me. O meant only she was weak and old. T is for her terror as she fought me. H is for her heart that I now hold. E is for her eyes swiftly dimming. R means rot, and soon rotting she will be. Put them all together, they spell mother, a word that means a corpse to me. Happy Mother's Day, Mommy. I wasn't real close to my dad, and after my first internment at Arkham, I never spoke at all. Seems he wrote me off as a wacko, a loser. So, after I was released, I wanted to clear the air between us. Next Father's Day, I dropped by his place and suggested we go fishing. You ever go fishing with your pop? Well, it's some fun, let me tell you. The 2 of us out on the water, pulling in one whopper after another. Of course, I was doing the actual pulling. Dad was baiting the hooks. You know, with a finger, a foot, an eye. Whatever I had left of him. Even today, whenever I eat a nice piece of fish, I feel closer to my dear old dad.
Well, hello everyone, what is going on? It is the Almighty Geoff, and we're here with episode 33 of Batman Arkham City. In the previous episode, we rounded up pretty much the majority of the rest of the game. That does not make sense. And we have now got all 440 Riddler items, so I've got all the trophies, the riddles, the destructible items, the challenges, of course, everything, and we also finished off acts of violence and uncovered the 3rd Deadshot victim. This episode is probably going to be a lot shorter than usual, and it will be the very last episode to take place in Arkham City itself, so in the main game. And the rest of the Let's Play after this episode will just be the challenges and Harley Quinn's revenge. So we have left, I think, 2 more hostages for Riddler and the Deadshot location, which we're going to do all today. I think we've only got a couple of missing character trophies as well. Might have some concept arts, I can't remember. But
what's good for me and potentially fatal for you, Dark Knight? Don't bother taxing your tiny mind, for the answer is obviously my final puzzle.
Final puzzle?
Will you save the ignorant guard? I'll be shocked if you do.
Shocked. It's probably a clue. I thought we had another one after this.
Get me out of here!
Whoa!
As you can see, Dark Knight, that ignorant guard is currently experiencing the shocking sensation of her own mortality. Can you help her without experiencing yours?
Okay. Okay.
Can you rise to the occasion and solve this problem? Or will you be left crushingly disappointed?
Go. Hey, stop electrocuting the nice lady. Now what?
So, you wrapped your brain around that last puzzle and squeezed out a predictable solution. How will you attempt to solve this next puzzle?
Oh no. Why? Why, Batman?
Riddle me this. How can you possibly expect to save that poor guard when it is quite clear that you cannot outthink the simplest of challenges?
This is a very good question. Oh, hang on. Oh, right, okay. Wait. What does that one do? To make a difference. Okay.
What's keeping you? Fear or stupidity?
I don't know. What's making you a numpty? Numpty or numpty?
How long should I wait before telling you the answer?
Hang about. I'll get that. On me on. So, thank you very much. Okay, let's crack this baby open. Logic. Bamboo chicken.
I am shocked at your inability to progress, Dark Knight. A rat could beat this room with only a piece of cheese as motivation.
What the hell is this supposed to be? Hang on. Oh, bamboozling. Oh, that's a stupid one, isn't it? Why'd you do that? I think that's a jump on the wall there.
Do you need help, Dark Knight?
No, I think I got it. Right. Does it make a difference?
Oh, come now.
Oh.
Surely the great Batman can progress without cheating and looking for answers. A brute force approach to a simple conundrum, Dark Knight. How predictable.
Yeah, huh? Oh. Why? It's not what I wanted you to do. Right. Right, okay. I've got it. So, pop off here. We're just going to be quick with the thing, aren't we? So I can't do the line watch thing. The walk. Ah.
You weren't supposed to do that! That room was
Whoa.
impossible! How did you... Oh, this isn't over, Dark Knight. You may have defeated me tonight, but I'll be back.
Alright, Arnold. Whatever. Off we go.
Where is he?
I'll deal with Riddler. Just tell me the code.
Code?
He gave everyone else a code. Why didn't he give you one?
He sounded like he thought you'd die in here. I guess he was wrong. Is there anything I can do?
No. Get back to the church when you can.
Huh.
Oracle, we've got a problem. I solved the last Riddler room, but there wasn't a radio frequency.
What's he up to?
I don't think he thought I'd defeat his last room.
That's good, right?
He's still got hostages from the church. If they're still alive, I need to find them. Search every record about the buildings he's used so far. There may be a connection there.
Okay. Got another tape for... Yeah, we'll get to that at the end of the episode. Okay, I guess we're leaving.
Right. Listen to me carefully. I still have one of those guards, so... I'll just need a couple of days and I will make a puzzle so taxing that you will never solve it. I will. You'll see.
How can I do more Riddler secrets? I kind of have them all, so... But we've got Deadshot to see to anyway, so... Should be alright.
I think I found something that links all the Riddler rooms. It looks like they were all owned by a Mr. Fine. He seems to have acted as some sort of property broker.
When was this?
Before Arkham City was built. It's a long shot, I know, but he sold one other property 3 months before Arkham opened. There's no record of who to, but I'm sending you the location now.
Thanks, Oracle. I'll check it out.
Of course, it's on the complete other side of the city, which is fine. Okay, now I know Deadshot's at one of these 3 locations. I'm not sure which one it is. We'll just check them out one by one. Seeing as this one's the closest, we'll get to this one first. Alright, so it's this one over here. Okay.
This area contains one of the electrical substations that are linked to Deadshot. I should investigate further.
Okay. What do we have here?
Deadshot was here. He was using this substation to store his equipment and... a PDA. It's heavily encrypted. I'll need to bypass the security if I'm going to find out any more about Deadshot and what he's doing here.
Alright. Retrieve information from Deadshot's PDA. Headshot. Easy peasy.
This PDA was definitely given to Deadshot by Hugo Strange. It looks like he was smuggled into Arkham in order to take out a specific list of threats to Strange's position. Let's see. Deadshot only has 3 targets left. Jack Ryder, Bruce Wayne, and Batman. Damn! He's working to a schedule. Ryder's his next hit. He's marked his current location. He's going to kill him in 2 minutes if I don't get to him in time.
Well, let him. Well, at least they're both in the same area. Alright, well, we got quite lucky there. Alright, come on. Had enough of these bloody time trial missions. Nope, get out of the way, get out of the way. Got business to attend to. Everyone's slamming doors. I love it. Alright. Well, this doesn't seem too bad. Well, with our grapnel boost thing, it's pretty easy. Maybe a bit trickier if you don't have it. Alright, okay, I understand. Slamming your doors. Why don't you? Okay, I think...
Jack Ryder's going to be killed in less than a minute.
Where's Jack Ryder? Oh shit. Bum bum
You
bum.
made me miss my target, Batman.
Uh-oh.
I never miss.
You knew. Defeat Deadshot.
I could play this game all night, Batman. After I kill you, I'll kill Jack Ryder, Bruce Wayne. Then I can just collect my check. Where have you gone?
That was easy. Sit down. Sit down, you fool. Well, there you go. That was easy. Alright, defeat Deadshot. Ooh, shut the down, finally down. Contract terminated.
Did you find Deadshot?
He's not a problem anymore. I'll let Gordon know where he is and come back for him later.
Alright, we've got the catch for Deadshot. Cool. Which means the Riddler is downstairs. And I think I have an idea. He thinks he has an idea. We've been this way before because there was a Riddler trophy that we had to get, which is ironic. They thought, he knows how to get down here because he's already been down here because he's picked up my trophy. So, yeah. I'll tell you that, Riddler. You've been outsmarted. Alright.
I can't be trapped here.
Okay guys, I'm actually recording this on a separate day from the first part of this episode because there was a party going on the floor. It got really rowdy, so I had to wrap up there. But of course we are now in the final section, which is Riddler's lair, so we're going to deal with him. Okay.
There's got to be another way.
There's got to be another way. And I also decided, obviously I didn't address it in the first part because I hadn't done it at that point, but to put in all the other calendar mandates as well. So we actually have every available trophy at this point.
You hear me? Come now, Mr. Dodge. In order to hurt me, you would have to break free from the predicament you currently find yourself in.
You
and
bastard.
attack me in such a way that does not cause me to press this
Other than, like, we'll get one more trophy for taking down Riddler. And there's two trophies to relate to the perfect day thing, which is to pretty much do the new game plus and then do everything all over again. Which I'll do at some point in my own time, but I'm going to need a bit of a break from this game when lots are finished, and then it's just the challenges and stuff.
Explosives to his hostages. If they stop moving, they'll die. I can't get in their way.
Okay. Oh shit. Okay. It's no good. Alright. I wasn't expecting him to. I thought he had to be like literally stood on it for it to go off, to be honest. I didn't realise there's like a radius around it. This is just cruel, isn't it? Right, where is Riddler? Oh, I think we're going the wrong way here. Never mind. Well, I'm on the belt now. Alright, you just keep calm. Right, I'll be up there, won't I? Yeah. Okay, let's just follow this guy through. Here he is. And boom.
What?
Gotcha, bitch. That's how you do it.
This cannot be happening. Do you really expect me to fall for this dark night? I know you won't kill me.
True, but you can't say the same about the others, can you?
Get your ass moving, Riddler.
You can't tell me what to do.
Do I need to press the button?
What? No. You'll pay for this, Batman.
You sure this thing won't work?
No. But there's no point in letting him know that, is there?
Devious. I like it. Alrighty. Riddler neutralized, case file closed, and we get the Genius Trophy. And the Riddler character trophy. Very cool. No one's got anything
Don't worry,
interesting to say,
Batman.
have they? No.
I'll teach that creep a lesson.
Alright.
What are you doing?
That's funny. Okay, and we are done. Now I'm going to go through everything before we leave that door so that it saves everything. First of all, we've got all the side missions closed. Looking amazing. Alright, of course we've got 2 new Riddler tapes, so...
Knock, knock, Professor. Guess who?
I grow tired of these insipid games, Mr. Riddler. If you wish to speak to me, my guards will escort you safely to my tower.
Please, Hugo. If you're going to set a trap, at least pretend to try harder than that.
No traps, Edward. I simply wish to grant you safe passage through Arkham City. I think the time has come for us to meet as equals.
You, Strange? My equal? I am the man whose cunning will soon have Batman lying at my feet, bloodied and broken.
Really?
Then I will pull off his mask and look into his dull, dying eyes. In that last instant, he will know that I have finally beaten him. And I will finally know who he really is.
My apologies, Edward. I see now we are nowhere near equals.
Finally.
You see, like me, you are obsessed with the Batman. But unlike me, you don't know who he really is, do you?
What?
Bum, bum, bum.
I know you were lying, Strange. There is no way that you could have figured it out. It's some kind of trick. It must be.
Oh, I use no tricks, no childish puzzles. I simply created a psychological profile of the man most likely to be the Batman, and then matched it against the most logical candidate. I was right, of course.
Well, who is he?
Ah, but that would spoil the game for you, wouldn't it?
You must tell me. I implore you, Strange.
Really, Edward? If I could figure it out, it must be child's play for you.
But I...
Interesting. Tell me, Edward, how is the Riddler like a blank dictionary? You're both at a loss for words.
Cruel, cruel. Alright, awesome. So that is all of that done. Obviously, as you can see, we've already done all the Arkham stories. We've got everything, all the upgrades. Still leveling up, I don't know how, because I mean, we're not getting anything. And of course, we have all of the Riddler secrets, all the grids filled in across the board. Very good. Okie dokie, so let's back out. Oh, hang on, no, I need to leave first so that all saves, because it would be a bit awkward if I'm going through my stats and I'm not 100% for everything. So, but yeah, that is the last time, at least in this playthrough, and as in the regular continued game. Well, this is the last time we'll be in Arkham City. A New Game Plus, which I will, if I do, will be on my own. I'm not going to record all that, obviously. But yeah, all that is done. So we're 72%. Let's just go through our character trophies first. Let's see, so we've got Deadshot. Looking suave. And we have the Riddler. We're mad. Alright, we must already have all the concept arts or something. Yeah. Alright, so let's have a look at our stats. So we are now 100% through the story, 100% side missions, 100% upgrades and collectibles, 100% Catwoman. Riddler's Revenge are at 11% for regular, just for Batman basically. And for the DLC we're at 21%, so that includes DLC and the other characters with their story. And of course we're going to do High Country Revenge at the very end of the game. So, in terms of this series, you won't be seeing me personally for quite a while now, because we're going to blast through all the remaining Riddler's Revenge challenges, both regular and DLC, for all the rest of them. So it's going to be exactly the same as we were doing before, so each episode will be 2 challenges, or a challenge in the campaign, or, you know, like that, for each of our characters. So let me just show you, we do have everything unlocked now. We actually got everything after the last episode, so we've got all of these to look forward to, plus some more DLC that still needs finishing, and then the campaigns of course. So yeah, I'm going to be here for a long while doing these. And then once we've finished all those, we will run through Harley Quinn's Revenge. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and also be sure to share the video. And I'll see you guys in episode 34. Bye guys.